Hello, everybody! We are Flock of Nerds, and we went to the Barrie Game Exchange on August 13th.
We did. It was a lot bigger than the last one, and it was a ton of fun. There were so many people. We were vendors, and there were lots of people from the Cartridge Club that came in from out of town or even locally. It was a really large gathering, and we had a great time.
And we took full advantage of the fact that a bunch of YouTubers and podcasters were coming to the Barrie Game Exchange. We asked them what they thought of the event in a couple interviews that you're going to see right now. So enjoy that and take a look at some of the footage from the 5th ever Barrie Game Exchange. So I'm here with P1 from the Cartridge Club. So the reason you came up here, the Barrie Game Exchange, you finally got to see it. What did you think of it?
I was blown away. Back home, we don't really have anything like that. The closest we have is a science fiction fantasy convention that has usually 2 gaming tables. Today, I stood in a hockey arena that was wall-to-wall tables of vendors, and it was packed with people. I heard it was the biggest game exchange they've had yet.
So I'm here with It's Rocket Sauce. He is heir apparent to the Cartridge Club.
That's right.
And the producer of Flock Talk.
That's right.
And he takes credit for a lot of things that he has nothing to do with.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Rocket, you came up here for the Barrie Game Exchange. You've experienced it. What did you think of the event?
I loved it. It's just the games, basically. So if you come for games, this is just the games, basically.
So I'm here with Musty Hobbit.
I thought it was great. This is the first event that I've gone to that has been focused solely on the selling aspect. So there's no panels. There was a games section, which was I understand that was not something that they had previously.
Yeah, first year.
And that seemed great. I didn't partake because in the times that I wasn't rifling through people's wares, I was trying to talk to the people who I came here to see. But I liked the setup. The venue was fantastic.
So I'm here with Eric and Melissa from the channel Mighty Q Dog and in the Q Dog house. Thank you so much for coming all the way up to Ontario for this interview right now.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
You asked, will you come up for an interview? And we said, yeah, we'll be there.
No way are we doing this over the internet. We will come live to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
What did you think about the event?
I thought it was great. The people there were really nice, and it was cool to see like different things on the tables and stuff, and just to walk around and see what was here.
It's one of the larger expos that we've been to. It was great, and a lot of the vendors were really friendly too. They were just, I tend to go right up to the table and like start looking through the stock, right? And you should probably greet the vendor.
Yeah.
And so they were saying, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh yeah, it's great. And so
when you have the same conventions in the same region all the time, you see the same people, and therefore you run into the same inventory all the time. Being able to go somewhere else, you can do this on vacation, you can do this in this kind of a situation. All of a sudden you get an entirely new shop, basically. And that's what we had, was this big ice rink, just full of new stores that we had never seen before, and new inventories to just kind of rifle through. And there was an abundance of things, and I don't even think I scratched the surface.
Now I know that the big thing that you do with the club is that you're on every week for the hangout.
Yeah.
And I know that you like to do pickups in the hangout, but is there one thing that you can share with us, like maybe a story about a game that you picked up at Barrie?
I found a couple things that it wasn't on my list, but after seeing it, I kind of really wanted, and maybe the Punisher game I got from you today. So we had a little deal, and it's something that's a game I've always wanted. I just forget about it. I just forget to mark it on my list.
So I picked up, I wouldn't say there was one in particular, but I did pick up 3 Master System, they're imports for the US at least. And so I picked up 3, and I guess I'll highlight the one, it's Mortal Kombat. Which I got Mortal Kombat for the Sega Master System.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, and exactly, right? And so I was showing some people, and everybody's like, I didn't even know that existed. And so it's exciting to have, it's exciting to be able to see, like I mentioned, sort of different selection of games, and especially ones that are harder for me to come by.
It wasn't like crazy, you know what I mean? Like I expect you get a big crowd of people like that, and you expect like rudeness and people like shoving their way through, but everybody was super polite. Everybody was amazing. There are games that I saw here that I've never seen before. Like I've just never seen them before, and they're here just on a table. Like, oh, here's Little Samson, you know? Oh, here's Cowboy Kid, and it's like these are amazing games that, you know, I would love to own this, and this guy's just got to sit on his table, you know, next to Mario Brothers and Mega Man X. Like, it's crazy. It was so amazing the amount of work and effort that must have gone in by the Barrie Game Exchange team, by Nintendo Hodge. He's got a great team with him, Fraser and his friend Wilson and his wife, and how supportive their families must be, because you couldn't do this without the support of family at home. You would need to have that. To see the show that they put on, and all the vendors show up, and everybody just come together and then do this amazing event, it absolutely blew me away. Like, I will come back for another one next year.
We want to thank all the people that we interviewed. That was P1, the founding father of the Cartridge Club, along with his brother P2, who couldn't make it this year. We're really sad about that. We also interviewed Musty Hobbit, It's Rocket Sauce, and the Mighty Q Dog and Mrs. Q Dog. But there were tons of other Cartridge Club people there. We also want to thank Julian Vega, who spent a lot of time with us and also was vending at our table. And what else?
And the out-of-towner we haven't mentioned yet was Dean.
Dean,
So
my gosh, we
thank you
love
so
Dean.
much for coming. And thanks to everybody who came out to the Barrie Game Exchange this year. We did ask a lot of people what their favorite game was or their favorite pickup from the event was. But we got a couple pickups as well, don't we, Kathryn?
Yes. So this actually wasn't from the Barrie Game Exchange. It is Paper Mario's Sticker Star. And it's actually a gift from the Q Dogs. They gave it to Myles and I, but let's be honest, I'm going to play this.
It's more yours.
It's more for me. You'll play it eventually, I'm sure, but I already started it. I love it. Thank you so much to the Q Dogs. I didn't really buy anything at the Game Exchange, so this is my one big pickup.
The problem was that I spent all the money that we had budgeted for the Barrie Game Exchange on myself, because I bought something I really wanted for a really long time, which is both of these Shantae limited run games. We got Shantae and the Pirate's Curse and Shantae Risky's Revenge. These were two of the limited run games that I missed and was able to pick them up from Creeplead. Big giant thanks to Nintendo Hodge and the entire Barrie Game Exchange crew for putting on one of the best video game shows we've ever been to.
Yep, and there's probably going to be another one in April because it's a biannual event. So we're really looking forward to the next one. It's probably going to be just as big, if not bigger, and better, and more fun.
So if you'd like to know more about the Barrie Game Exchange or the Cartridge Club, there's going to be a couple links in the description of this video. Give them a look. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care, everybody. Bye.